Right, so we are here doing a breakdown of the Captain America trailer. I don't need my headphones on properly yet. I'm not going to really be listening to too much sound itself. So yes, the trailer dropped within the week. Amazing trailer, and we're going to look at a few of the Easter eggs that are actually within the trailer. We're just going to go through the trailer, pause it at bits, try and slow it down at parts, just basically giving you a quick overview of some things I think that are included and things that are actual thing, information about characters and things that I believe are going to happen. We'll get my little boom stand a little bit more out of the picture. It's a bit in the way there, really. Yeah. There you go, that'll do. And this, there you go. It's showing a bit, but that's fine with me. Right, so we got the beginning of the trailer in the snow, which I believe is going to be set in an Avengers facility.
Try to save as many people as we
I could very well be wrong. It does look, and there's the Winter Soldier, right?
Sometimes that doesn't mean everybody. But you don't
So he
give
looks
up.
like, it looks to me as if he's in a Avengers facility. A cool thing would be as if Iron Man has captured the Winter Soldier, and is keeping him captive, and Captain America doesn't like it. Whether that's the case or not, I'm not sure. Here we have Captain America looking again like he's in that facility. That chamber looked very similar to the one that Winter Soldier we just saw him in, with old Bucky Barnes.
New
We've
York.
got the three different Avengers
Washington, D.C.
films, apart from, and obviously that one was the Captain America in Washington.
Sokovia.
Saw Thunderbolt Ross there.
Okay, that's enough.
Scarlet Witch, Black
Captain.
Widow. We got Thunderbolt Ross, not seen since the Hulk, the old Hulk film. I can't remember when that film came out, The Incredible Hulk. But yeah, that's pretty much the last time we saw him. So this does, this makes it so this is actually in correlation with that Hulk. That is part of this storyline, which I thought was neat that they did it. I mean, it wasn't an amazing film, but neat that they decided to do that.
People are afraid.
Now, this character, I don't know if anyone noticed, I believe that this character is played by Chad... Oh, is it Chad Boswick or something like that? I'm sorry I can't get your name right, but this is the actor who is playing Black Panther. And that explosion there was at an embassy, so it makes me think the Winter Soldier has actually assassinated or been framed for assassination of, Wakanda's ambassador. I had to think of Wakanda then. I had to think, because obviously he's from Wakanda. And he's like trying to get revenge. He wants to kill or capture, I imagine kill, the Winter Soldier.
That's why I'm here.
Iron Man coming out of a sweet-ass helicopter. Makes me wonder if it's a new design of his. Just the way he left it, it looks like it could be one of Stark's inventions. We didn't really get a good view. Let's... So, quite a decent view. We'll get more views of it later, but the new War Machine's always been big anyway. The new Iron Man suit's really bulky. I like it. I mean, Iron Man's my favourite of the Marvel characters. Very bulky, very compared to his older models. But I'm liking the look.
We need to be put in check.
Quick check.
Whatever form that takes, I'm game.
So, it's been a while since I've read the Civil War comics, but I think this was in it, and it's like a prison to... obviously, it's a prison to hold people. And obviously, they've gone...
Sorry,
obviously,
Tony. If I see
Tony Stark, Iron Man, wants to put rules on the heroes. He thinks they need to be put in check because of the destruction that they do cause.
situation
Although they do save the day.
Can't ignore it.
And I've just paused it there. His broken arm is something we're going to speak about very soon as well. I'm just going to wait till we get a better view of it. And
Sometimes I wish I could. Sometimes I want to punch you in your perfect teeth.
right, so this is carrying on from the scene. We saw the first proper Captain America trailer. We did see Bucky on a bike being chased by Black Panther, and Black Panther being chased by Captain America. Just like this scene, but we did see it from, I believe, a different angle. I could be wrong. it might have been this angle that we saw. And as you can see, you got a good view of Black Panther, but we get better views of the man himself.
I know we're not
Like,
perfect.
that pounce, he's pouncing over an Audi, right? I imagine sponsor. No, but we've got him pouncing. Open area. You can only just see it from this shot. He's pounced, gone through what looks to be an explosion, and he's cut the back tyre or something on the back of the bike of the Winter Soldier, knocking them both off. But you can see just the design of Black Panther is very close to what... I mean, obviously, there's no cape like Black Panther, but it looks good. The costume looks good. That sequence looked great. The fact that they've done the whole pouncing is not just, the strong guy. The fact they're actually working on it and making him this character, he's going to be great.
But the safest hands are still our own.
Your modern day smartwatch. So it seems like Tony Stark has now built an invention out of his watch that can bring out some sort of armor onto his skin. This made me wonder if there's an armor. I can't remember the name of the armor, but it's basically skin. I think it's like nanotech. I need to read up on it. I think it's like nanotech, and it basically comes out of it. Obviously, this is coming out of the watch. He's dragged this out of the watch, but it comes out of his. I think it's his skin, and it comes out so he can, like, his helmet will come out of the skin and come around his helmet, and he can basically, so that he doesn't have to keep trying to get the armor to him or wearing it somewhere. He can just have it on him 24/7. Just change when he wants. He obviously does that to stop the bullet from Bucky Barnes. So, this is important. From the first trailer, you did see that War Machine was on the ground with a hole ripped out where his arc reactor should be. A lot of people speculated because of the first trailer, you see Winter Soldier trying to pull Iron Man's arc reactor out, that this is what happened to Rhodey. Winter Soldier pulls his arc reactor out, but from the looks of it, he gets shot in the... Well, not even from the looks of it, he does get shot in his chest. No word on if it is the Winter Soldier. They're making it sound like it is, but it makes me wonder if it's someone else framing him or doing something. I'm not sure myself. I imagine it will be the Winter Soldier.
What's wrong about you?
This is from the original trailer. As you can see, the arc reactor, it looks like it's been ripped out. But a lot of questions were to why is all the ground destroyed around him, which now explains it. He's fallen from a ridiculously high height after being shot. And I imagine either Iron Man got to him just in time or didn't get to him in time. Another well-known thing is, if you look at Iron Man's helmet again, the helmet isn't how it usually is. It's not an open face. There's no helmet. So it looks like his helmet is coming out. If you can see there, it looks like his helmet's going to come out from the back and come all the way over. Just like the skin thing, but sort of like the watch. It's just got like a device and it comes out. It could not be just wearing a helmet. I could be wrong. But as you can see, just that little lip behind his head kind of looks like the bottom of the normal face mask. So it wouldn't surprise me if his mask can just come out there now. I prefer the old style, but they've got to change. And again, you get another glimpse of that, the bulkiness on that suit, how small he looks to the suit. Obviously, you've got explosions in the background from the fighting between both sides.
Oh.
Again, showing the Winter Soldier after this has happened, making it sort of feel like that. And this is at the airport.
World, what's wrong about you?
Captain America. Right, this is an interesting scene because I can't see the sign. I see the IF. This is the embassy. I imagine this is the place where the embassy is blown up and Black Panther possibly gets involved. Captain America's here as well, and I imagine he might team up with Bucky here, and then Black Panther sees them together, and then he's like, no, having none of this. But if you look closely in the back of the truck, we actually have the first proper... There is a better glimpse in the trailer, but this is like... That is Crossbones in the back of the truck, and you can see the limping, the slow, sluggish style that he's walking in due to the injuries and the suit that he's wearing. And I think when we get to Crossbones, you'll see, but he looks really good. And you should remember him from Captain America 2. He was the I can't remember his name or his character's name, but he was in charge of the team that basically was going after Captain America, and he ends up getting crushed by inside the building, somehow surviving, but gets crushed inside the building that Falcon manages to get out of in the helicopter. So we've got Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow wrecking shit.
I'm not the one that needs to watch their back.
Right, so this is an important scene. Iron Man has got a broken arm and or something done to his arm in the sling here. In the comics, as you all know from most of the trailers, Spider-Man is in this film. We will get to Spider-Man. But in the comics, when Spider-Man changes sides, at a point, he has an argument with Stark and breaks his... I can't remember if it kicks him or punches or something, but he breaks Iron Man's arm, well, Tony Stark's arm, while he's in the Iron Man armor. He breaks through the arm because of his superhuman strength. He breaks through it, and which again is another thing we'd speak of. I imagine Marvel are going to keep with superhuman strength and walking on walls and stuff, because it looks like they're sticking with the gadgets. But we'll get back to that, which is good that they got gadgets.
This doesn't have to end
So that
in a
will
fight,
make an
Tony.
interesting turning point. So, here we go. That scene, he's punched him and his helmet's already on, but he didn't have a helmet on. Again, adding to the theory that it's going to come out from the back of his head, I imagine. As you can tell, it does come out from the back of his head. It actually comes from around the neck region and up. This is the area where it looked like the Winter Soldier was in this encasing, and it possibly could be the Winter Soldier, but the character right here has a metallic left arm, so that's got to be the Winter Soldier. There's no one else that could be. So who's in the cryo chamber now, or is no one in it and this is just after he's been let out? I imagine this is after he's been let out of that cryo chamber and Iron Man's telling Captain America, you shouldn't have done that, basically. You've just started a war. But it does look like there could still be someone sat in there, or that could be a chair. I'm not sure myself, but you've got a good glimpse of the Winter Soldier there. You can definitely tell it's him with a metallic arm.
You just started a war.
Explosions. We've got more Black Panther fighting Bucky Barnes. I'm just going to call him the Winter Soldier because some people might relate to that more. People who didn't, you know. We've got the helicopter. Ooh! The man himself. This is the Black Panther. Claws. And I believe most things on him are made of vibranium, which is native to Wakanda. And vibranium is what is Captain America's shield made out of. And what Ultron takes for himself to become stronger. I know his claws are vibranium. I'm not sure if his armor's got like vibranium fibers in, but I imagine he would, as he is just standing there taking the bullets. You can definitely tell the metal parts and the like neck thing, the neck brace type thing here with all the teeth like style off. That looks like vibranium, and I know his claws are vibranium, so I imagine that. But it makes me wonder if his armor's like really armored or vibranium. I'm a big Marvel fan, but I never really read into Black Panther too much. I've only just started reading. I've gone back now into the old ones. I'm just reading up loads a lot about Black Panther now because he intrigues me. I know about him and I've seen him in stuff, but I've never gone to look up Black Panther. And he is, they make it. From what I can tell, they're doing right by the film. They're doing him right. Right. So this is another scene again. The airport. Black Widow's looking down the destruction, possibly a turning point for where she decides it's too much. And Scarlet Witch, damn, she got the Vision on the floor on his knees. Well, knee. I think he goes onto his other knee if we. But it looks like Hawkeye is below Scarlet Witch here, and this actually looks like I was gonna say an Avengers facility. I was originally gonna say Stark's tower. Which became the Avengers Tower, but it does look like an Avengers facility, which wouldn't surprise me. But that does look, I could be wrong about that. That could just be a normal guy, but that looks like Hawkeye to me, or even someone else. I'm not sure, but it looks like Hawkeye. But she's got the Vision on the floor, and with his gem, oh my, that's not a. I don't think she'll control him in any way, and I don't think she'll change his mind. I think she's just... I don't even know what she's doing. It's going to be intriguing. It's going to be intriguing. Hawkeye, as per usual, the guy with the arrows. But in this case, he's got a little friend on his arrow. Ant-Man. Another great way. I'm glad they've introduced him into the Marvel Universe, because I'm a big fan of Ant-Man. I'm glad they've done right by the film with the shrinking and the growing back, and this is just phenomenal. Putting him on an arrow and firing him is by far the perfect idea. And again, the visuals, just like in the Ant-Man film, great. Iron Man's hand. So Ant-Man on Iron Man's hand. Crossbones. This is actually a very... I'm glad we actually got a good image here. As you can tell, he's got like a sort of power fist style hands. Very strong punching. As you can tell, as he was walking, power legs, but very slow walking, very slow moving, but strong as fuck. Slow but strong. You can tell his mask looks amazing. I love his mask. I think it's great. And again, with the chest, you can see the big X on his chest that's been scraped on. And he has got some strength to knock Captain America back. Again, who is in a way, well, he is a super soldier. He's strong. To be able to knock him back like that, that's some strength he's got on him. And you can see a good view of him there. A lot of his stances look very crippled stance. Trying to stay still, very postured. Doesn't really have much flexibility to him, but excuse me. But that will add to the film, I reckon. Just the fact that I reckon they were going to try and make a Crossbones for 2, but never got round to it. If they didn't, they didn't. But if they did, I'm glad they left it, because it looks great. How he's going to add into the story and if he's in it long, I'm not sure.
Stay down. Final warning.
I could do this all day.
Do this all day. That's actually from the first film, which is... I'm glad they brought that back, because it's a good line, and Captain America, it's his style. You know, always looks after his friends, which is what everyone likes about Cap. What people root for. I know you can't see Ant-Man there, but you've got Falcon, Ant-Man, Hawkeye, Captain America, Scarlet Witch, who can now fly. I didn't think she could. I guess kind of hover. And then you've got the Winter Soldier as well in his style clothing. Then this side you've got Iron Man, War Machine, Black Widow, Black Panther. Yeah. You've got the Vision hovering from above, and you all know who else is on Team Iron Man. Possibly. So there's a better view. You've got them all flying towards each other and running. More air forces on Iron Man's and more ground forces on Cap's team. And again, at this airport, this looks like where the big battle will go down. This will be the majority of the battle. And then for the big reveal...
Alright, I've run out of patience. On to roof!
Now, Underoos. The reason they've done this, they've gone with the type in the comic where Spider-Man looks up to Iron Man. So he starts creating all these gadgets. He takes him on as his apprentice style. Apparently, Iron Man 2, the little kid that's wearing an Iron Man mask when the hammer drone comes down. Whether it's true or not, someone based the rumor that is Spider-Man. You know, that thing. He's grown up looking up to all these heroes, saving New York, saving Washington, saving Sokovia. I mean, destroying them all as well, but he's grown up looking up to all these heroes. See where he actually got... We can see that there. He actually got Captain America's hand there. And closed them shut. Some damn skill. See if we can get a good view from above. Right, so this is a good place to explain the... if you look closely at his wrist, he's actually got the web shooter, which is good. You know, I liked what they did with the Tobey Maguire film, but I think this makes more sense in any world, especially with him being, if he is Iron Man's apprentice, as he wants to become an inventor. He's smart. He can make these things. It makes more sense. You had Black Widow. If you notice there, you had Black Widow on the side as well. So it's either she's joined Cap's side or they've all surrounded Captain America. So it's then like, what happened to the rest of the fighting? Where is everyone? I can tell Spider-Man has the shield here. Right, so we get good close. I had to wait to get in a bit closer. So this is a throwback costume. I mean, this is a lot more like the original with the smaller eyes, the smaller spider logo with a few different adjustments. Apparently he's going to have 3 suits within the film, which would be cool, but if not, I'm actually a fan of this suit. I know it's not got the big eyes, and I know it's not got the big spider logo, but they're going to go for something different, and I think this is good. The web looks good on it, the webbing pattern. The eyes look, I think the eyes look great. The logo, I don't really care if his logo is big or small. It's a small one here. We will get a closer look at it in a second, but to me, it's a spider. We know he's Spider-Man. His pattern alone says he's Spider-Man. The triangular arm bit around here and the one near his elbow, when you get in close, actually looks very armoured. Looks quite armoured compared, like Kevlar, compared to where the rest looks like your everyday Spider-Man suit. That looks armoured. Obviously, they didn't go with the Civil War suit from the comics because it's too early for that. Bring him in like this. Everyone knows what he looks like. Everyone knows that's Spider-Man.
Hey, everyone.
Right, so we got a little closer. We had a little bit closer there. The spider logo, as you can see, is a smaller spider. Still looks great. I think the spider looks great. It's nothing like this Spider-Man logo, which is just a really big spider with back legs. That's got long back legs. And it still looks great. It's small. You can see the armoured parts and his own utility belt, which I imagine this utility belt will hold canisters or cartridges for his web shooters, which makes sense to have them on hand because if he runs out, he's going to need to change. And I imagine he's quite efficient at that. He can hold Cap's shield, like take that off him easy, which also makes you wonder if Captain America is going to have the magnetized. Well, if he's just going to be able to magnetize his shield back to him like he does in Winter Soldier. Because Iron Man creates Avengers Age of Ultron even, because Iron Man created a lot of that, so maybe you can shut it down, you can disable stuff, you know, I'm not sure. The eyes, as you can see, they did get a little bit smaller. Let's see if we can get, there we go. They're at maximum smallness now. Whether they go any smaller, I'm not sure, but they came down like a camera lens, which makes me, well, I know they're going with the whole Deadpool style of the fact that they're trying to make him so you can see emotions in him, even though he's got a mask on. So, you know, he moves his eyes like this. You know, he's, oh, he's doing that, and he's doing that. He's like, oh, he's doing that. So, I think the Spider-Man suit looks very, very good. I think it's Tom Holland. Sorry if I don't get your name right. You're looking like you're supposed to be, what, 15, 16? You're a hench fucking Spider-Man. You're good. That looks like Spider-Man. I didn't really like The Amazing Spider-Man. I know a lot of people like The Amazing. I didn't really like The Amazing Spider-Man. I liked the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I like this Spider-Man just so far from what we've seen. Obviously, it's only a small glimpse. And the voice, you're spot on. That is what Spider-Man should sound like, in my opinion. I know he's a bit young, so yes, he's got a young voice. He's not going to have like an old man's voice. But I think the voice is spot on for that. Perfect. May 6th. May 6th, there's nothing else I can really say apart from I think people should definitely watch it. If you're a fan of the series, definitely. I think more people are actually looking forward to seeing Spider-Man and Black Panther than any other of the cast. They know what the others are like, they know what they are, but these two are going to bring something I think a little bit different to the table. Definitely. Thank you for watching this video. There will be more breakdown videos as time comes on. Definitely a great trailer. I will be doing reactions to any other Marvel trailers, as I did previously announce in my Marvel announcement that I'm going to be doing a hell of a lot more Marvel related stuff on my channel. So thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, like, and if you have any other Easter eggs you saw that I didn't, please tell me in the comments, because I'd love to know. Perfect. Bye.